Hello, my friends. Thank you for clicking this video. I'm Travis, and this is Wicked Bitter. I thank you all for checking out this video. I'm doing this right after SmackDown. Well, not even right after SmackDown. It's actually a little bit after SmackDown, like after. This is about 11:30 my time, so I'm really tired right now, but I wanted to make a video here because I want to talk about what we all saw on SmackDown. Now, truth be told, I was out. I didn't get to watch the start of SmackDown, but I came home and I kind of like skimmed through. I kind of started from the beginning and kind of skimmed through just to catch up on some stuff. And it seemed like an overall pretty good show. Some nice segments backstage, the Jade Cargill stuff and Braun Breaker. Looked like Owens had a good match. Logan Paul had a good match. So overall, I think it was a pretty good SmackDown. But you guys let me know what you think because I didn't watch it from like minute to minute. I mainly wanted to check out SmackDown, which I think a lot of people wanted to for the same reason. The Rock and Roman Reigns segment. I wanted to get into that a little bit. There's some stuff to talk about here. First of all, The Rock coming out in that like Versace vest or whatever that was. Amazing. Throwback right there. Hopefully a lot of you remember when he wore that kind of stuff back in like the 90s, and that was really cool to see. So when he's coming out, I'm like, all right, here we go. Anybody else notice though, or is it just me? When Roman now is cutting promos, I feel like Roman Reigns is kind of trying to maybe like step up his game a little bit when it comes to promos. I feel like he's trying to be a little more like ad-libby almost, or almost like kind of like trying to. I feel like because he knows he's got to keep up with The Rock here, and you know you can't keep up with The Rock. They're on two different levels here. Roman Reigns promos have gotten a whole lot better since he's become a little bit more of himself and not so much scripted as much. But I feel like now when I see Roman, especially when he's next to The Rock, I feel like he's cutting like these promos where he's trying to be a little too like, quick-witted and like, funny-ish kind of stuff. But it's not like it's a problem. It's just something I've noticed. It's kind of small. It's cool and all. It sounds fine and everything. But I was really anticipating this Bloodline segment here with The Rock and Roman Reigns, and just to see where they go here, see how they advance the story. And to be honest with you, all of this hype and I don't know. And maybe I'm the minority here, but I felt like it was kind of a little bit of a letdown, the promo. I don't know. The segment I felt like was shorter than I expected it to be. Maybe I expected like Cody to come out, which, they never really advertised. I'm sure if Cody was there, they would have had him advertised, or you would have seen him backstage doing that smile he likes to do randomly. And also Seth Rollins, I thought was maybe, he could have maybe come out. But, neither of that happened. Roman Reigns cut a very quick and short promo before The Rock came out. And then when The Rock came out, he cut kind of like I don't know. It's official, though, for sure. We definitely know The Rock is a heel here. And just for the record, I'm getting a little tired of the shot of The Rock's goosebumps on his arm. Am I the only one in this? I don't care about these goosebumps. I don't know why we have to see these goosebumps every time he comes out. The dude's always pointing at his arm and slapping his arm to prove like, okay, cool, you got goosebumps, bro. I mean, what do you want us to do about it? That's fine. Every time he comes out, he's always got it. And I don't know why it's like a big thing that we always have to focus in on now. Whatever. I get goosebumps. You don't see me slapping my arm and showing people. Anyway. I was a little underwhelmed with this promo, this segment in general. The Rock, I thought was funny. The way he was picking on the very fine people of Salt Lake City. You didn't deserve that. I'm sorry. Let me apologize on behalf of The Rock. He ran that place down. and obviously, they all seem to have liked it. They buy in. They know what The Rock shtick is. It's all, this is The Rock that we had back in 2003 or something like that, 2004. Maybe I'm way off on these years. It was whenever he was the heel Rock, as the Hollywood Rock. I don't think we're going to get Hollywood Rock, but he's definitely showing signs of it. Especially at the end of his promo when he said, "Sing along with The Rock is over. You've lost that privilege." So he said that exact same thing. I think it was during that promo in Toronto, maybe, or I can't remember where that promo was back years ago. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like WWE, I feel like they hooked us, right? Like they knew that we were going to watch. They knew that they were going to get the numbers, the ratings for the segment. They knew that everybody was going to tune in. I'm sure they drew pretty good numbers for this. I mean, it was a sold out crowd. But at the same time, good thing I was able to skip through SmackDown because I started it a little late because I don't know. It's not like the show was bad, but the main reason why I wanted to watch SmackDown tonight was because of The Rock's promo, or what that whole segment was going to be after all this hype. That Rock and Reigns are gonna be here on SmackDown. I was like, oh, cool. I have to see what happens. But I don't think anything really advanced. The Rock pretty much just ran down Salt Lake City. Roman never really got back on the mic again. Rock just kept calling people fat and bitch asses and just typical Rock stuff, but in heel fashion. And I don't know. I'm a little bummed out about it. And, maybe they're just taking the slow approach. I mean, we still got some time before Mania. You don't want to give everything away all at once. But that's another thing I wanted to talk about was the potential match we have here. For everybody who thinks that Rock versus Triple H is going to happen, it's not going to happen. Triple H cannot wrestle anymore. He physically cannot wrestle anymore. So I feel like we should try to give up on that a little bit. I think at most, right, an option you can go with here, and we talked about it in the last video, WWE has some options now, which is great for them. And for us as fans, we finally get something here we can sink our teeth into without everything being obvious with the route that they're going. Like we all could usually predict and kind of see where they're going with things. Right now, we get a general idea, but they have a few different ways they can go about it. They have a few different options of matches here. You could always do the whole Roman versus Cody thing where The Rock is in Roman's corner and Triple H is in Cody's corner, so that would be kind of a big-time matchup. I still don't think that's really what's going to happen. And up until just recently, I didn't think a tag match was going to happen, but I'm kind of feeling like it might. Like, it's not going to happen at Elimination Chamber. We got Grayson Waller effect, which I said in one of the videos, I thought The Rock would be a guest on there, but apparently it's going to be Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins as guests on Grayson Waller's talk show. I wouldn't be surprised if The Rock and Reigns interrupts that segment and they get into a little bit of a small brawl, maybe. To set up something here for WrestleMania. So I'm thinking more likely than not, maybe WrestleMania Night 1, we get the tag match. We get The Rock and Roman Reigns versus Cody and Seth. I feel like that's very likely. I feel like we could see that happen. And I'm on board for that, 100%. My only issue is Seth Rollins is still holding that championship. Now, maybe we don't get a World Heavyweight Championship match for Seth Rollins. Or maybe we do, but it's Night 2. So maybe Night 1 we get the tag match as the headliner for the night. We get The Rock and Roman Reigns versus Cody and Seth. And then the very next night we get Roman Reigns versus Cody. And then maybe I can't see them doing Rock versus Seth for a World Heavyweight Championship. It just doesn't make sense for me. Plus, we already established the Elimination Chamber. Whoever wins that faces Seth Rollins. So they still have to go through with that because they're still promoting it and they're still saying that. So what it looks like is that maybe Cody and Roman are going to do double duty, and Cody really. It looks like Seth is going to do double duty, where he wrestles the tag match Night 1. And then maybe Night 2, Seth versus Drew, or Seth versus Drew and Sami Zayn, or and then for Roman, the tag match Night 1, and then Night 2 we get Cody versus Roman. Now, I still think that there's something going on here with The Rock and Roman. I could 100% see The Rock costing Roman Reigns the title match on Night 2 against Cody, which will then set up The Rock versus Roman at some point. either SummerSlam or next year's WrestleMania. We can do a whole year. I mean, Roman can take a few months off. The Rock can do the same. And then we can pick this rivalry up between The Rock and Roman up months down the line here this year in 2024 to get it ready for WrestleMania of next year. So there's different options we have here. One thing's for certain, though, Triple H is not getting back in the ring to wrestle. I mean, he might be involved in a small little scuffle, something easy and simple where he doesn't have to take a big bump. You got the tag match for Seth, which I hope he's healed up, or he will be healed up by that time, because that injury is no joke. And I don't want him to overexert himself and end up costing himself. But yeah, I kind of rather Seth not have the title on him if he's going to be in a tag match. But let me rephrase that. If he's going to be in the tag match, fine. I'm okay with that. And he has the championship, I'm okay with that. But I feel like he still has to defend his title. He's going to have to defend it against the winner of the Elimination Chamber match, which I think we're all pretty much assuming will be Drew McIntyre. He has to. Because if Seth doesn't defend his World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania, that's going to be a little bit of a letdown. It'd be cool to see something out of the box happen, like the Grayson Waller thing. After that, maybe if they get into a huge brawl, you got Priest who cashes in there, and then it changes the whole dynamic of WrestleMania. But I don't know if they're going to try to do something that risky that short amount of time. So something we're going to have to keep an eye on. But overall, the segment tonight was a little disappointing, but it wasn't the worst, but it wasn't really what I was expecting either. It wasn't really the best. And yeah, interesting to see what we're going to do here. I really think we're going to get that tag match night 1 of WrestleMania, and then night 2 we'll get Roman versus Cody, Seth versus whoever wins the Chamber, and The Rock will play a pivotal role, I think, on night 2. And I think it's going to be The Rock intentionally swerving and turning on Roman Reigns. And yeah, and if not, The Rock has to be there. I don't know what The Rock's going to do, but I don't think Cody loses at WrestleMania unless he gets royally screwed over, which I don't think they'll try because they've already seen the backlash from the fans now just from this. I feel like if Cody fails 2 years in a row at WrestleMania, the fans are really going to lose a lot of interest and faith in Cody Rhodes, and it just might not be worth the risk of that. So I think Cody wins this WrestleMania, and before I was saying no, before I was thinking he wasn't going to, I really thought Roman was going to go through WrestleMania as champion and then continue on and then maybe go into SummerSlam, chasing Hulk Hogan's 3rd place record for the title. But maybe that's not really in the plans anymore, but who knows? What's fun right now is not everything is so predictable. I mean, we know kind of generally in the ballpark where they're going. We just don't know the exact outcome of everything, which is fun. But hey, thanks for watching this video. If you are a subscriber already, glad that you're here. Happy to have you back. Please leave in your comments what you think they're going to do, what you would want to see maybe at WrestleMania. And don't forget, I still have the emails open if you want to email any comments or predictions or anything you want me to read on here on the next video, I can. If I get enough emails, I'll do a mailbag. That'll be fun. I really enjoyed the last one. But if you're not a subscriber yet, and you enjoy content like this, I'm going to be posting videos like this very often, and I'm looking to really grow this channel in more ways than one. So I'd really appreciate a follow from you, a subscribe, a new subscription from you, or how do you say this? A new subscriber? Yeah, a new subscriber. Any new subscribers to this channel would be hugely helpful, and I'm very grateful for all of you. I try to respond to all the comments as much as I can. I like to read your emails here on video. I like this to be an interactive kind of two-way thing. Sorry if you hear this all the time if you watch my videos regularly, but this is directed towards people who maybe are visiting and haven't subscribed yet. Well, I would love to have you here. No pressure, though. You don't need to if you don't want to, but it would really help the channel, and I would be internally grateful for it. But yeah, you guys let me know what you think about what's going to happen at WrestleMania, what kind of matches we're going to get between those 4 guys. I mean, there's different options here. But until then, I'll talk to you guys on the next video. Have a great weekend if I don't have another video out this weekend, and we'll see you guys next week.